6 things that we have learned from Premier League 2023-2024 season so far. Number 6, Manchester United and Chelsea are a long way from home. Let's start with Manchester United. They look like they were rebuilding last season. They finished third. This season, they look like nowhere to be seen. They need to rebuild. They need to sell most players. They need to bring in new players. And as well, they need to build that stadium quickly because Old Trafford is done and dusted at this point. They have new owners, of course, and we expect a lot is going to happen in the coming days. Chelsea, it is the first season for Pochettino, so a lot of excuses for him, but we still think that with all the money they spend in the summer, it is not looking good for Chelsea because they are not even in the top 10, and with the current players that they have, they should be somewhere near around top 6. Number 5, Klopp replacement may not have a lot to do in terms of squad or overhaul, but he has a lot of expectations in case Liverpool wins the league or any other trophy. They have already won the Carabao Cup and potentially they are the favorites in the Europa League, and in the league they are at the top right now. So it all means that once Klopp leaves, the manager who's going to replace Klopp is going to have a lot of tough times in terms of criticism and things like that. Number 4, the rich will continue being rich and the poor will continue being poor. We are relating this to the financial fair play situation. Everton and Nottingham have already received their fine. They have been deducted points for breaking the financial fair plays. But do you think that other teams, especially some of the big teams in the Premier League, have broken the rules and are still getting away with it? Nothing has been said until now. Maybe you let us know in the comment section if you think that the rich are continuing to be rich and the poor are continuing to be poor. Number 3, Arsenal are a 20-goal striker away from being a dominant team in the Premier League and Europe at large. Yes, that's right. I mean, they don't have a designated striker right now. All of the players are scoring from all areas of the pitch, and it is good for them. But imagine if they had one striker in the stage of Harry Kane or Haaland, or someone who could bring you 20 goals per season, or someone you can bank on as a target striker, someone who can come in and make a difference when it is tough or something like that. I mean, Arsenal, if they find the right striker to play their style, then they are just a moment away because their squad as well is very young and it's an average of around 23 years of age, and it shows you that when they find that striker, they are going to be a force to reckon with. Number 2, there are young players out there who are ready to ball. Miley from Newcastle, Garnacho from Manchester United, Conor Bradley from Liverpool, Kobe Mainoo from Manchester United, Rico Williams for Manchester City, Nwaneri from Arsenal, and Gusto from Chelsea. These are 20 years and below players who have done so well this season. They have come into the team when players had injuries, and even some of them have been already trusted by their managers to be starting in their teams, and it looks like a good future for them. So the young talents have come in and they are doing well for their teams, and we think that the future of the Premier League and football is looking good. And number 1, Manchester City should have never let Cole Palmer leave at the expense of buying Doku. I mean, look at this. At this point in game, Cole Palmer, 16 goals and how many assists? I can't even count. So many of them, so very crucial to Chelsea. But where is Chelsea? Chelsea is number 12 in the league, and those goals and assists are not even helping them. If Cole Palmer stayed at Manchester City, then he will be more important this season as a player than when he is at Chelsea. Of course, he's developing and some players need that. They need that switch for them to be able to flourish and show their development. But again, we think that buying Doku and letting Palmer go was a big mistake for Manchester City. And the contribution that Cole Palmer would have had at Manchester City, we think would have been massive, and they wouldn't be struggling as they are doing now. Take a look at Doku. Ever since he gave us 4 assists in a single game, he has been nowhere to be seen. He has been benched when he comes on, he doesn't make a difference. His final ball is poor. His left leg, he's facing Belgium. And he's just been one of the players who has been very terrible for Manchester City. Let us know what we have learned this season so far in the comment section. But we think those 6 are what we have learned so far. Remember to follow us on all our socials as listed here, and hit that like button, and in the comment section let us know what you have learned this season so far, or also if you disagree with the 6 points that we have learned this season so far.